Today is Wednesday, January 13. My name is Pastor Anthony, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from Psalm 44, or actually a reworking of that psalm spoken into our lives last March. I rewrote Psalm 44 in language that we might use today for a sermon way back in the first few weeks of our March lockdown last year. But now, a few weeks into lockdown again with new restrictions coming tomorrow, it still seems pretty relevant in naming our lament. So, I invite you to listen in to Psalm 44 in other words. We have heard it with our own ears, O God. Our ancestors and elder saints have told us what you did in their days, in days long ago. With your hand you brought many of them from the crisis of a war-torn Europe to this new land of Canada. Through the trials of immigration, you planted them here and caused them to flourish. And though we sometimes forget, it was not by their language skills, determination, or business sense that they survived in this land. No, it was your right hand, your arm, and the light of your face that accomplished it, for you loved them. And even now, you are our King and our God who decrees victory in Christ for your church. Through you, we receive an identity and an inheritance as your people. Through you, we have received provision and hope in the face of scarcity and death. Through you, these things have even become tangible. A church building was erected and a congregation of your people was established here in this place. Through you, we've offered our prayers, our songs, our promises, our lives. Through you, our families and communities have grown and flourished as you've blessed baptisms and marriages, fed us at your table, and as you've received dearly loved saints into your arms at life's end. And so in you, O God, we make our boast all day long, and we will praise your name forever, for you have been faithful. But right now, it feels like you have rejected and humbled us. You have made us retreat from our church building again, from each other, and from our places of work and school and security before this enemy. You have given us up, and so many others too across our city, country, and world, all to be devoured like sheep by this virus. You have sold us into uncertainty for a pittance, gaining nothing from the sale. You have made us a reproach to our neighbors as we avoid one another in fear on the streets. You have scattered us all into isolation, away from community. We suddenly live in fear, disgrace, and loneliness all day long because of this disease, this enemy that we cannot see. And all this came upon us, even us, your church, though we had not forgotten you. We had not been false to your covenant. We are not perfect, but our hearts had not turned back. Our feet had not strayed from your path. But you crushed us all the same. You covered us up with deep darkness, fear, and loneliness. If we had forgotten the name of our God or spread out our hands to idols, you would have known it. You know everything. And yet with your name upon us, marked as Christians, we have faced death all day long. We, along with the whole rest of the world right now, are as good as sheep marked for slaughter. But this is not the way it's supposed to be, not in your kingdom. So awake, Lord. Why do you sleep? Rouse yourself. Do not reject us forever. Why do you hide your face and forget our misery and our oppression? We are brought down to the dust, Our bodies cling to the ground. So rise up and help us. Rescue us because of your unfailing love. It's all we have to cling to. That's Psalm 44, spoken into our lives last March, spoken into our lives again today. If you were to put your lament into words like a psalm, how would it go? Try praying that out before God today. And as you journey on, go with His blessing, because He is still a faithful God. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you today, wherever He may send you. May He guide you through this wilderness, protect you through the storm. May He bring you home rejoicing at the wonders He has shown you. May He bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.